Hola, hello. Hello. I am Futurist Amelia Kallman. As a futurist, it's my job to know about the latest new and coming technologies and their potential impact on the future of business as well as the future of our lives. The future is uncertain, but one thing that is certain is change. We are in the midst of a technological renaissance, one that is forever going to change the future of industry, society, politics, the environment, and the global economy. And while we see this play out on a macro level, we're also going to see this play out within industries and business. But within all of this disruption lies opportunity, especially when it comes to reimagining what a positive future looks like. Change is no longer a choice. Innovation is no longer a luxury. It's time for us all to get really conscious about defining a future we actually want and to take seriously our roles and responsibilities in achieving that future. We are now leaving the age of digital transformation, and we are entering the age of AI transformation. In the big picture, we're going to be able to achieve more with less. Less time, less money, less resources, less people. Everything that is digital today will become AI-enabled. And everything that's AI-enabled we'll be able to communicate with through natural language conversation. And this is fundamentally going to change the future of business as well as the future of our lives. Also, do these AIs have any rights? What happens if a human is abusive towards this AI? Should that human be punished in the same way they would if they were abusing a human? What about the reverse? If an AI is abusing a human? Now, this might sound futuristic and far out, but we're already dealing with the fallout of this today with the rise of the AI girlfriend and boyfriend perpetuating things like toxic masculinity and, in extreme cases, even violence and suicide. Character AI is an app that enables people to have romantic relationships with AI chatbots. It has over 20 million active monthly users. Its average demographic is between the ages of 13 and 25. And on average, people are spending 2 hours a day conversing with their AI companions. Now, on the one hand, these companies say that they are offering a cure for human loneliness. However, on the other, they are disrupting the very definition and nature of intimacy and relationships. And we are already seeing that this has real-world consequences. So we know that all the major tech companies are currently working towards the same goal of introducing a third must-have personal device into the mainstream market. Today, many of us have our smartphones and our laptops, but they would very much like to see a future where we all also have to own a pair of smart glasses. Glasses that look very similar to the glasses many of you are wearing today. And this is because our 3D internet will overlay onto our physical environments, geopinning virtual advertisement and shoppable experiences to physical locations. So the physical facade of your stores and offices will also have a virtual facade that can be personalized and gamified depending on who's walking by. And this is going to create an entire new industry around people who design for these spaces, who buy, sell, and lease these virtual property rights, as well as maintain and police these spaces. However, the real reason these companies are not giving up on this vision, despite pushback over the last 10 years, is because of AI. In order for AI to evolve, it needs new data. It needs high-quality human data, data that goes beyond our screens into our physical worlds. Augmented reality glasses, virtual reality headsets, AirPods with cameras, wearables, robotics, even the cars you drive. These are not just cool accessories and devices. These are data engines driving the next era of computing. Something that I came across in my research that I found really interesting is that boys and men are more likely to use AI than girls and women. And this is because girls and women tend to equate using AI with cheating. And they fear that this could be a threat to their hard-earned credibility. But to any women out there who need to hear this, AI is not a tool to be feared. This is a tool that we can master and leverage, and it is vital that we have equal participation and representation today if we are ever going to achieve a more equal future tomorrow. So in just over 2 years, we have gone from the emergence of generative AI into an international technological arms race that is having a direct impact on geopolitics and the global economy. Now, these tech companies are still trying to figure out a way to monetize this technology and make some kind of a return on their enormous investment. And they are hoping to achieve this through agentic AI. Brand agents will meet customers wherever they are at online. Adapting on the fly, they will be able to personalize and customize content every step of the customer journey while also gathering valuable data and feedback that gets immediately fed back into that loop. And here we start to see the beginning of the generative internet, one that turns the internet into your internet. Now, because AI is able to merge together these disparate data sets, when it comes to talent management, this is going to allow us to become more proactive. Not only are we going to have a more 360-degree view of individuals' talents, preferences, and work styles, but we're going to have a more 360-degree view of entire teams, entire branches, our entire organization, and even our entire industry, allowing us to see clearly our strengths and weaknesses and areas that we can improve. And this is going to empower us to become workforce architects. We are going to be able to optimize and design the most efficient, effective, dynamic, and high-achieving workforce and teams possible. And in the age of AI, this is going to be the ultimate differentiator. Now, before I wrap up, I just want to touch on this other technology that's going to be with us by the end of this decade, and that is quantum computing. Today, we crunch ones and zeros, but tomorrow, we crunch protons, neutrons, and electrons, giving us multidimensional capabilities. And while this is going to help us to solve some of the huge problems that currently feel insurmountable today, it's also going to be able to instantly break through the encryption that we rely on to keep our personal and professional data private. I bring this up now because I believe that we can learn from how reactive we are being to AI and be more proactive when it comes to these opportunities and risks that are going to be with us within just a few short years. As you can see, we are not just at a pivotal place in our relationship to technology. We are at a pivotal place in history. Our leadership matters. The decisions that we make today matter. We have an obligation to ourselves and our communities and to the next generation to empower ourselves with knowledge and amplify our intelligence and make sure that we are doing everything we can to make the most informed, responsible, strategic, and ethical decisions today that are gonna lead us into that best possible future tomorrow. And thank you so much for your kind attention. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.